guys could hear that whole thing, huh? Hello? Test? Just testing audio levels. Make sure things are nice and level. Yep, Zombie Joseph, I'm undead. Believe it or not. Okay. Sorry for these, can barely hear me. Well, it's all the way up. I can't really do anything about it. Hold on, let me see. Sounds. Recording. Microphone. Properties. Levels. Boost. I can boost it. Let me try that. That better? I don't know if that changed anything. Oh, that didn't. That was a different... Well, whoops. This one. Test, test, test. How's that? Does that sound good for you? Back to the farm today? No. I didn't do a poll this week for this week's stream because I just felt like doing whatever I wanted. I don't know. So, sorry about that. Just felt like drawing some other stuff. Sounds perfect? Good? Okay, alright. Let's start. We're back to this, everybody. Back to this goodness. Remember this? 10 days ago? Yeah, whoops. I was thinking about doing this Thursday, but there was just a lot on my plate, so yeah. Will Ian and other HIJEK members join the stream? Probably not. They're all busy doing other stuff or hanging out with other people. Spending their Saturdays as they wish. I draw good? Thank you. I hope so. So, I don't really know who I want to do line art for first. Obviously not Hero, because he's not done yet. But we're gonna delve into this. We're gonna do... we're gonna spin a wheel. Let's see. Let's turn the wheel on. I already have it all set up and ready. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So we're gonna spin this wheel, and we're gonna see who we're gonna work on first. For those of you who don't know, these are different content creators for Monster Hunter World, specifically. And yeah, you see Jinjinx? Yeah. And Weiss. Alright, let's spin that wheel. Woo! Let's see who we draw first. Jacob, alright. We're gonna draw Jacob. I should do tutorials? I'm not great at teaching how to specifically draw, so maybe that's not the best idea. That might change in the future, but who knows. Alright, let's draw Jacob first. Let's see. Jacob, there we go. There we are. So let's just get rid of everybody else. There we go, we're gonna focus on Jacob. And let's see, let's play Find the Right Layer. Is that the one? No. Though that is the Wyvern Ignition, so we're gonna need that. Is that Jacob? No. 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 I'll have to look through my Discord again. Dang it. Busy with their cool new friends. Right? Let's see. Jacob messaged me his thing. So, let's look at that. There we go. That one. There it is. That's the one. Just copy all of that. There we go. And this is going to be the line art, so let's just put this here. And let's get to it. Okay. Let's see. Or is this the line art? I can't tell. It's too many goddamn layers. Have I ever considered cutting up and uploading a stream on HIJEK? I don't know. Because that would be another overly edited, but that's pretty demanding, and right now I don't think I have the time, because I'm working on other things. Other things are priority right now. Maybe in the future. I don't know. Could outsource it, or use it as training for the other HIJEK members. Probably Eric. Because Eric wants to learn how to edit and stuff. Okay, let's see this nonsense. That's a Jacob, yeah. How's school been lately? It's been fine. The bright side of, in case any of you are worried about me overworking myself, I talked to my professor, and he allowed me to make the video that I'm... Oh! Somebody, 420'd. I'll answer that after I answer the question about the school. My professor allowed me to make this, since it's such a big project that involves like tons of animation and stuff, he allowed me to make it my final project for class, so that's great. Whimsy, Shrimp from Whimsy Shrimp, I assume that is Zach. Good old regular viewers coming in. Cool guys. You guys can check them out at Whimsy Shrimp on Twitch. Donated $4.20. What's your favorite number pencil? Mine is a good old number 2. I like an HB pencil to draw. It's just nice and, you know, hard pencil. So it's pretty neat. Hey, what's up, Jacob? Everybody, it's Jacob in the chat. Say hi to It's Jacob. He does Monster Hunter stuff. As does most of the people who join the chat. That moniker is gonna be stuck with me forever. Just like, hey, he makes Monster. Yeah, I'll forever be known as the Crap Guides guy. Have I ever played Hollow Knight? No, but I heard good things. If I could make the time, I might try it out. I like 2D games. I like hack and slash. I like platformers. It seems right up my alley. Whoa, somebody else. Not Shrimp. Donated another 420. Your other sugar daddy be here too. I assume that's Alec. Thank you guys. I always feel guilty that every time you guys donate so often. I appreciate it though. Will you ever consider doing a live stream with a physical drawing? If I can set up. I have been thinking about doing live stuff because I make props, like real life props, in my spare time, not for any like theater or anything. Like I made a sword once, a wooden sword, and they have a wood shop on campus that's free to use. So if I could set up some way to like make a real life stream and like have it be good and not just a bunch of machine noises and still have the overlay and everything like that, then yeah, sure, I'll live stream me making props. I know one of the Discord members, I think his name is Melon or something. He has been making a Destiny cosplay of a warlock with a sword, and it is rad looking. I think he streams it regularly. Let me find. Melon, yeah. You can call me whatever you prefer to call me. I have no preference. Oh, whoops, Nightbot. Saw that you were spamming, Jacob. You got slapped on the wrist by Nightbot. Rip. Now I can't see all the questions you were asking. What is Monster Hunter? I don't know. I wonder what you do in that game. What music would I prefer if there was no copyright? Just video game music, I guess. Because, I mean, they're designed to go in the background, right? Wow, can't see his shoes because they're clipping through the carpet. That's okay. I imagine they're just sandals. Samurai sandals. This is not Zelda. I had this problem last time. There we go. Just gonna make this its own window. Fix that. There. I have to remember to keep a dedicated window specifically for music. Melon is just tight with every YouTuber. Ever, it's really scary. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so he's got these samurai things. Fwa. Fwa, like that. But I promise that video's coming. It'll probably be done, like, if we're being optimistic, by next week. If we're being realistic, the week after. And if we're gonna, like, if things don't go according to plan, then by I don't know, the end of the quarter, because that's when my professor said it's due, because this is going to be my final now, is this video. A year in the making, you guys. A year in the making. In various different forms, like not exactly... I haven't been working on it in a year, literally, but in the sense that this has been, you know, the remnants of it and the early beginnings and all that goodness have been floating around for a year. Was the first thing I remember being able to draw super well. I think a still life when I took an art class in elementary. That was the first time... Well, that's not true. Like, before... When you're young, when you're like a toddler, you don't really care about how good your art is, you just kind of draw whatever. You don't really think about it. But if we're talking about, like, critically, whenever... Which I assume is what you mean, where I actually think about it and think, man, my art is good, or man, my art is crap. I think it was around elementary, where I was like, man, when I really started getting in the mindset of like, I wish my art was at so-and-so level, or like, was at a level that I was happy with. And then I you know, that's when I actually legitimately started trying to get good at art, and seriously thinking about challenging myself and stuff like that, looking at tutorials, guides, things like that. And I think when I took an art class, when they actually showed us how to do stuff, they gave, you know, some really good and interesting tips and tricks and stuff like that. They taught us. I mean, it was a class, so they taught us how to draw properly, and so I used the things that they taught me, and as a result, I drew better. Crazy, right? I know, crazy when you follow things that your teacher shows you how to do. Well, given that they're a good teacher, that is. Sad shoe butter. Chomien, and Soft Purr. Thank you for the follows. Yeah, this is a jazz cover of Octopath Traveler. You can see the music in the bottom left-hand corner. Because of my extremely high standards for production value, I decided to put that little thing down there. Because I know I hate it whenever I don't know what the music is. So I thought, hey, I think people would appreciate it if I put the little music thing in the bottom. Show what's playing. Hello, Lord Sykes. Welcome to the stream. You moved to Twitch instead of YouTube. I appreciate that. Because those of you... I have more viewers on YouTube, but I'm seriously thinking about just moving straight to Twitch, which is going to drop my viewer count in half. More than that. More than half. Because look at that. There's 56 viewers on YouTube. And that's without notifying anybody, you know? It's just a bigger audience on YouTube, I guess. But, you know, I've seriously been considering becoming an affiliate recently. There's just so many benefits, you know? People can subscribe. But, of course, I still don't feel as though how frequently I stream is worth a subscription. Or that the quality of my streams are worth a subscription, either. But, I don't know. Seriously though, for once a week? Oh hey, it's Dark Hero. What's up, Dark Hero? Been bailing out on Red Dead. Oh yeah, earlier somebody asked about Red Dead. I haven't touched Red Dead. And it's not because of the whole, like, crunch time thing, which obviously is shitty. I just, you know, there's a lot of big games that I'm putting off, you know? Also, I just, like, I think I've been fully converted to PC now. Like, I'm not a loyalist to either PC or console. I just play wherever the games are. But, and I don't like labeling myself either. But, I don't know, recently, because just, like, the past couple of years of having a good PC, you know? It's hard to really play anywhere else now. It's just so convenient when everything's on PC, you know. I don't think I've even turned on my PlayStation in the past couple of months. But yeah, Red Dead and a lot of other big games I'm just putting off, you know. It's on the backlog, along with, you know, Persona 5, the new God of War, the new Ratchet and Clank, which I have. What else? The Uncharted games. There's too many things. There's too many things to play. Not enough time. Unless I actually, like, decided to just hermit up and just do nothing but play those games for, like, a couple of weeks. Which I'm not doing, because I have other obligations. I mean, even as of now, like, it's really hard to just purely working on this video and not doing anything else, you know? I don't mean not doing anything else, as in literally, but like, you know, obviously the channel has less traffic as a result of me not uploading anything as a result of me working on the video, but, you know, that's how things gotta be sometimes. But if I can help it, you know, as in not spend so many weeks playing a huge 100-hour open world game, then I'm gonna help it, if I can. As much as I do want to play it. I wish I had a time turner, like from Harry Potter, so I could just like, I don't know, or just like a hyper time watch, like from that movie that nobody watched, where I could just like stop time and play it while time is stopped. That'd be cool. 530 in Destiny, great. Hyperbolic gaming chamber, yeah. Oh, or that the thing in Dragon Ball Z where like they go into that machine and they just spend time training, like a year, but then it's only been a day in the real world. Just like spend a year catching up on games. Thanks for selling on Monster Hunter. You're welcome, Shoesington. I love your name. I haven't been looking at chat because I was rambling about how little time I have to work to play games. Someone was thinking about getting into art as a hobby. What would you recommend doing? Focus on basics or just do whatever? I mean, a balance. If as a hobby, then, you know, just do it whenever you feel like it. But that's the thing about art, right? Is like, you can never truly just do it on and off whenever you feel like, because like you do have to do it on the regular and not really stop, even as a hobby. Because I don't know, unless you just really don't, unless you just like, if you absolutely do not care about getting better whatsoever in that sense, like if you mean pure 100% hobby, don't even care about the quality of the thing, then it's just like, just go at it. Like nothing's stopping you. I would say do whatever you want. Don't bother looking at tutorials. Don't bother looking at classes or anything like that. If you don't care about the quality of your art and it doesn't bother you at all, then yeah, go on ahead. Pick up a pencil and go at it. Time chamber would be helpful, yeah. Once you beat Persona, you forgot about your PS4. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I remember for so many years I was like, I gotta get a PS4, it's the next gen console, and I don't like how the Xbox One is going. Like, screw Xbox, you know? Because I was an Xbox kid. I mean, a little bit of a story time. I was an Xbox kid due to circumstance, which, I mean, I don't regret having a 360 at all, because it introduced me to Halo, one of my most favorite games of all time. But when I was a young boy, or a younger boy, I guess, of about age 13 or 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, I wanted to get a new console, because at that point I have my PS2 for so long, and I realized there's a PS3, and I went to so many friends' houses and like played so many games on their PS3, and it's like, whoa, this is next gen, things look so crisp and cool, and all the new games are coming out, you know? So I was kind of left behind. So I wanted a PS3. Unfortunately, those of you who remember, the PS3 was expensive as shit when it came out. You know? That's why most of why it lost the console war. Or not lost, it was pretty balanced in the 7th generation, or 8th generation, I don't remember. But it was pretty balanced. But at the beginning, the initial install base was abysmal here in the West, because it was just so expensive, you know? And that's what harmed the Xbox One when it initially launched as well. It was just too expensive. But the games on there, man, the games, they were so... I remember first seeing Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction, and then seeing the trailer for A Crack in Time. I was like, whoa! Because I was a big Ratchet & Clank fan. So I had them for PS2, and it was nice to see them. It was like, whoa, it's like I'm playing a Pixar game. So that was rad. And also, I love creating things. Do I wear glasses? Yeah. I love creating things, and I love any game that allows you to create stuff. So another game by the name of Little Big Planet had come out, right? And I was like, oh, you can make literally anything, and you can make literally anything in that game. Like, talk about limitless possibilities. It's basically Mario Maker, but like with way more potential. So I was like, I want Little Big Planet, I want the new Ratchet and Clank, I want this cool Uncharted game. They made a new Sly Cooper, which I'd never played as a kid, but that looks fun, you know. And I went to go get it, and it was too expensive. But, you know, I had spent the whole year saving up my allowance, right? But it was $100 too expensive for me. So I settled, because I don't like to ask my parents for things, you know? I especially don't like asking them to take me out to go buy video games, because my parents, they're one of the kind of the parents that are like, oh, video games, you know, rot the brain, or like, I would rather you do something else with your spare time, you know. And without going into debate about that, but like, I was like, okay, fine, I'll settle on an Xbox 360, because I was like, it'll take me even longer, and I just want to play some games. So I got a 360. And I got Halo 3, even though I could have gotten ODST, but I was like, oh, I just want Halo 3. I don't know, because I was a dumb kid, didn't realize that ODST came with all the maps and stuff. So I got a 360, I got Halo 3, and it also came with a couple of other games that I just didn't care about, you know? And I was very disappointed with my 360 for the longest time. It came with Viva Pinata and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, which were just so boring as shit. Even as someone who had never played a Banjo game, Nuts and Bolts was just so boring to me. Like, it was... The novelty was fun, like building your own car and stuff, but it was just kind of whatever, you know? Didn't grab me. Until I got Halo. And Halo was, like, the biggest, like, departure for me, because I never played any big blockbuster games, because without delving into detail, the first 11 years of my life I was living in Thailand, and the only way to really get games in Thailand, being a developing country, was to find bootleg copies, right? Because it was hard to find a cheap, legitimate version, so we would go to bootleg stores and get bootleg copies. So all the games were kind of meh, right? I hadn't really played any big blockbuster games, so I was a virgin to the AAA market. So I get Halo, right? And this game blows my mind. This game is like, whoa, it's like playing a movie. And then I realized I have to pay for online, which super sucked as like a preteen child, preteen to teenager, because, you know, it's hard for you to get access to paying online. So I had to buy cards, and it was more allowance money, and my parents even more didn't like that, because it's like, I'm spending more money on games. And I still don't like paying for online, you know. I avoid it whenever I can. But yeah, Halo 3, one of my most favorite games of all time. And then also, I think that was when Modern Warfare 2 came out, so I got Modern Warfare 2, which was my first Call of Duty game, and that was also fantastic. That was also another amazing, feels like a movie game, you know? I hadn't played Modern Warfare 1, so I don't know the realistic part, and the nuke hadn't happened to me, for me, but that game blew my mind, and I still think it's a fantastic game to this day. Back when Call of Duty had actually good campaigns, believe it or not. But yeah, and then the rest is history. I was just became an Xbox guy from then on. I still, even to this day, wish I had a PS3, because I missed out on so many awesome PS3 games. Because as cool as Xbox was, and it was the big dog back in the day, it did not have nearly the same exclusive game that Sony had, you know? You had Halo, you had Gears of War, and that was pretty much it. Like, there was not much else. I guess you had the Xbox Live Arcade, which had a bunch of awesome games as well. A bunch of awesome indie games. But I'm talking, like, in terms of big games that you would play over and over again, it didn't have that much. Gotta say, you totally convinced me to work on mastering the Sword and Shield, even though I'm a Charge Blade user for life. Yeah, Sword and Shield's good. Yeah. Do I have a Patreon? No. Just because I don't want to rely on this revenue for, you know, I want to have, you know, it's a complicated subject. Just, short answer, no. Sorry, I'm just looking at chat since I talked for like 20 minutes about a whole bunch of nothing. If I wanted to focus on watercolor but have no prior knowledge, start from art technique theory or just try out watercolor directly. Just do it. If you want to try something in art, just like the only thing stopping you is just having supplies. Just go out and get them. You don't need any prior knowledge, you know, especially if you're just going to do it as a hobby. You should just get out there. Just do it. Let's see. What do I think about free-to-play games? I love free-to-play games. I think they have a lot of potential that is unfilled, unfortunately, by a lot of them. Because, like, there's a big... I mean, just look at Fortnite. Fortnite is what happens when a free-to-play game fills its potential. Or Dota 2, you know. Or early League of Legends. I've kind of changed my opinion about, like, tying the monetization to progression as the years gone on. But back in the day, League of Legends was a prime example of how to do free-to-play right. Right? And I think free-to-play is great, because it just... Free-to-play means that the level of entry is really the lowest it could possibly be. All you need is to just download the game, and that's it. And I think that's great for people. Just everyone, because, you know... Say you're region locked, well, you don't have to worry about paying money for this thing that, you know, you have it translated and it doesn't work because it was free. Say you're a kid and you just want to play this game, it's free. You don't have to hork up your allowance. Say you're a parent who worries about getting the wrong present for their kid, don't worry, this game's free. I love free-to-play games. I just wish more games did it right, you know? And moreover, that more free-to-play games were good. Because admittedly, not to take any jabs at anyone, but most free-to-play games are kind of awful, either because of their monetization or just because they're just awful games in general, you know, like at their core. It's very easy to mess up a free-to-play game. And I get it too, companies gotta make money, but there are better ways to do it. Says I, who has no experience in the video games industry. Yeah, Warframe's a good example of a good free-to-play game. That still does tie its monetization to its progression. Because the progression is the whole point of the game. So by paying for stuff, you're kind of taking away the content. It's like pay to not play the game. So you're actually missing out on stuff if you pay. What is my favorite bird? Companion birds. You know, those little, like, parrot-type birds? They're adorable. And owls. I like barn owls. Barn owls are pretty cool. Yeah, League of Legends, Dota, Warframe are some of that, yeah. Maple Sword 2 isn't so bad either. I've heard good things. I heard it's not free-to-play as of yet. I don't trust Nexon, you know. I trust them to make cool concepts and fun, or publish fun games and stuff. I don't trust them to not monetize the hell out of them. I have quite the experience with Nexon. Growing up in an Asian country, Asian MMOs were all the hype. Mobile games? What are that? What are those? What are mobile games? I did have a mobile game phase, though. Back when, I think my dad got me an iPad, because he had an Apple phase. So he's like, Apple products everywhere, MacBooks, for me. Like, he didn't get MacBooks for us, but he's like, I want a MacBook, I want an iPhone. Here, boys, have iPads. And I played a lot of mobile games, but I was a dumb kid, of course, and excited to play games. Combat Arms? Combat Arms was legitimately my jam. Okay, not really my jam, because I was pretty terrible at it, and I didn't have fun whenever I was losing, but it was my brother's jam. Yeah, I had a brother, and he was way into free-to-play, while I was playing baby cartoon games, as he puts it, he was playing the realistic FPS games, so like Combat Arms, Soldier Front, couple of other ones, Counter-Strike, but a bootleg version. When I say bootleg, I don't mean like a knockoff, I mean like not gotten legitimately. That's what I meant by bootleg games, when I was talking about PS2 games. I guess that means that they're not bootleg, but yeah. Yeah, DVD copies. That's what I should have said. And I know that I know this because half of them didn't work. I remember I had the first God of War, which I'm so lucky that my mom didn't see me playing it, because that is not a game for children. Back when I was still in Thailand, so I was like under 10 when I played that game. Or maybe I was 10 or 11. A lot of things happened when I was 9, 10, and 11. But like, I remember I could never beat that game because it always froze after I got to a certain part. And there was no way to fix it. So. Like Shrek C. I learned about sexy times when I was 11. Oh yeah. Yeah, the like off-screen like sex scenes in God of War was like, that was an eye-opener to me. And they don't even show that much, like, it was more that, like, before the scene happened, there were shirtless women, so it's like, whoa, boobs, you know? It's crazy. Yeah, having uninformed parents when it comes to video games is a double-edged sword. On one half, most of the time, they're not gonna like when you buy games. On the other hand, it means that you get games like God of War when you're a child. So, yeah. Looks good? Thanks, man. I'm not too happy about this eye. Maybe it needs to be closer. Maybe it's the hair. I don't know. She looks a little bit bald. This is... I've started recently getting into this whole, like, comic book shading thing, so... Sorry if I don't do my regular style with these content creators, or sorry to the content creators that I'm trying out. I'm using you as a guinea pig for this new style, so it might come out garbo, but... Right? The black shading looks cool, right? When it's done right. I think there's actually... Let me find... I drew a friend's D&D character when we were sharing OCs. And it came out really cool. And I was like, I like this. I'm gonna try and do... It's because this is the making up for the fact that I'm not doing Inktober, I guess. Let me see. There we go, this one. Check this out. Where is it? There it is. Check that out. She's pretty, right? Like, this looks alright. I don't like how I shaded the arms, but, you know. Looks pretty good, right? Yeah. World ends with you with a cool art style? Oh, yeah. Hirohiko Araki. I don't speak Japanese. So no, I haven't. Speaking of Halo, that we were talking about a while back, I actually like the ODST campaign a little bit more, not way more, a little bit more than Halo 3's campaign. And I know that might be an unpopular opinion, but yeah, come at me. ODST and Reach had the best stories? I agree with half of that statement. It's okay if you believe Reach has a good story, or if you like Reach's story, that's okay. I just respectfully disagree. And I love Halo Reach. In fact, I don't even need to... Why am I justifying that? I don't need to like a thing to be able to criticize it, you know? I don't feel the need to justify myself with Halo Reach. Yeah. If you think Reach is a good story, then all power to you. I just don't. You're wrong, but it's okay. Yeah. If you're fine with being totally wrong. And swine. Call me uncultured all you want. Call me unempathetic for the oh so deep characters of Halo Reach. But yeah. Oof, you're gonna cry now? Good. Nerd! Only dorks like Halo Reach. Just kidding. Halo Wars is the best Halo. Heartless, yeah. I am a heartless monster. I actually secretly hate Halo. I don't know if you guys know. There's not even marriages in Halo. You can't even have kids. Not like The Sims. That was a legitimate criticism someone had of Black Mesa. Like, they were just an acquaintance of mine, like a friend of a friend, and I didn't really know them. But they were like, "What are you playing?" And then it's like Black Mesa. It's a remake of, or like a fan remake or some remix or whatever of like Half-Life, the original Half-Life. And they're like, "Oh, I never heard of it," which is a lie. Everyone's heard of Half-Life, if even through memes. But then they were like, "All right, well then let's look at it. Can you have kids? Marriage?" And it's like, you are insane if you think that's the sole way to judge a game based on what it's not. It's like, what are you even thinking? And they were very, you know that subreddit I Am Very Smart? They were very much that, based on my interactions with them. Everything needed to turn into a deep discussion, and they needed to use big words. I say that as I'm going into deep discussion. But shut up, I'm the main person in the stream, so I can talk all I want. My friend was dumb. They weren't my friend. Well, the friend that was friends with that person was dumb for being friends with them, and continuing being friends with them. I mean, having a romance out... Yeah. Well, like, it's fine to want things in games and be turned off of games because they don't have certain things, you know? But, like, to judge a game based on, you know, I don't know. Like, based on something it's not. Like, Half-Life is not a dating game. Like, it's okay to have prep, but, like, to say that it's trash or bad or anything like that, I take criticism very, very seriously. So I very much appreciate when people you know, do criticism correctly. On the flip side, I find it very frustrating when people do criticism wrong. Especially when using their own personal feelings for critique. You know, that is one of the cardinal sins of critique, is using your personal feelings as a metric. It's fine to be subjective and use your bias as a critique, as long as you disclose it, you know. If you say, this is just personal feelings, and this is highly subjective, you know. Even then, even when judging something's objective quality is a subjective thing, you know. But at the very least, you know, you could say, I think this is a good game, or like, a bad game based on so and so and so. And with something as subjective as art, if we have to be objective, like, if we have to boil down the objective quality of something, then does it not make sense to take the general consensus? You know? That's how I feel, anyway. But that's just what I think. That's just my bias creeping in. Because, like, if I'm not talking about, like, factual stuff, because someone will be, oh, well, Aristotle thought the world was round while everyone else thought it was flat, so who's right? Like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not talking about factual things. I'm talking about subjective quality, you know? If everyone's subjective opinion is that's, you know, the objective quality of something is so-and-so, then, you know, it makes sense that that's probably what it is. You can still disagree, but, you know, if someone were to ask, is Half-Life a good game? Then you can't say, no, it's not. Unless you say, in my opinion, it's not. But if you're, like, without saying that, or if you're saying, you can say, I don't like Half-Life, or you can say, I personally don't think it's a very good game. But if you had to say a yes or no with something subjective like that, I would say you have to take the general consensus and say yes. Because most people, most smart people that are way smarter than me, most critics and audience would say that Half-Life is a good game. So who's to say it's not? Yeah, I hate Half-Life and I hate all Half-Life fans. Yep. It's true. Explaining how I learned to draw? No, there's no real way to explain how I learned to draw. It just, actually there is. Here, you guys are gonna have an exclusive It Builds Character live on how to learn how to draw. Do it. There, the end. That's the end of the episode. Just do it and don't stop. That's how you learn how to draw. You draw, and then you draw, and then you draw some more. Often people will mix up objectivity and say, yeah, and like, I always want to sit people down, not really sit them down, but like, I kind of get annoyed sometimes whenever, like, and I guess it's my fault for not giving tact. Like, I'm not blaming these people at all, because sometimes I fall into this category too. Whenever you're like, oh, let's say, I don't know, let's take a shot at Mario. If I said, like, Mario's trash, and then they're like, hey, I like Mario. It's like, well, there's nothing wrong with that. You know? Like, Sonic gets that. Actually, we should use Sonic as an example, because Sonic actually gets this. If I say, like, Shadow the Hedgehog is a bad game, and someone goes, hey, I like Shadow the Hedgehog. It's like, well, I didn't say anything against you, you know? And I use that example because, I saw you playing it, Zach, on your stream, on Whimsy Shrimp, in case anyone wants to see Whimsy Shrimp play, Shadow the Hedgehog. But, like, if I say it's a bad game, you shouldn't get defensive. Like, that doesn't say anything against you, you know? It's nothing against anyone who likes Shadow the Hedgehog. There's nothing wrong with liking a bad game. It's like, but I like it, so it can't be bad. It's like, that's not true. You know? That is absolutely not true. Also, that's, you know, what's wrong with... First off, because, like, they're not accepting that what they like can be criticized, right? You have to accept that nothing you like is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Everything's open to criticism, and there is a high possibility that some of the things you like are flat-out garbage. But that's okay. If it's not hurting anybody, then I couldn't care less if you liked Sonic Boom and thought it was, like, the greatest game of all time. You know? Who cares? Who cares? Freaking, I like Suicide Squad. And people, after I say that, I remember one time I said that on stream, and someone's like, "Oh, you had me. I was with you until Suicide Squad." What? How is this any different? You know? I don't think Suicide Squad is a good movie. Or even if I did, even if I thought Suicide Squad was a fantastic superhero movie and a fantastic entry into the DCEU, so what? If somebody else said, "Oh, Suicide Squad's trash," I'd be like, "All right. Maybe it is. I don't know." You know? Even if I was like, "I don't think it is, but whatever. I don't think it is, so, you know." And if the general populace thinks it is, then whatever. It doesn't say anything about me. I'm still gonna enjoy it. I'm still gonna like it. It doesn't take it. I'm not gonna be, "Oh no! Now everyone showed me that this movie is bad, now I can't enjoy it." And if that's true for you, then I'm sorry. I think you should worry less about what people think. You know? This is the kind of mindset that you have to be in to not get upset at people for dumb stuff, for, like, minute things that just kind of don't really matter in the grand scheme of... Not in the sense that, oh, it's your interest, so it doesn't matter, because I have a friend that does that, where it's like, why are you guys arguing over things that don't matter? First off, we were discussing, not arguing. Secondly, it's very dismissive that you think that our interests don't matter. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you know, when it's something that is out of your control, like somebody else's opinion about your game, your favorite game, then who cares? You know? Let them, you know, like, what does it matter what they believe? If your closest friend, if your significant other, if I ever found a girl who just absolutely hated Halo, like, she's, like, perfect, right? Like, everything, she, like, has a fantastic smile, she's funny, and, like, we have the same sense of humor, and we play games together, and she's just lovely, right? She fucking hates Halo, you know? What does it matter? Who cares? Let's say she just, like, goes on a 20-minute rant about how Halo's garbage and the flaws with the characters, right? Alright, cool, that's how she feels. You know? If I ever found a girl, yeah. That's never gonna happen, because I'm never gonna find a girl. But, like... By Flavio. But yeah, what? She doesn't hate me, just because I like Halo, and she doesn't. She doesn't hate me. It's not... And if she does, then she's in the wrong, you know? She's just like... Now, I'm not talking about people who legitimately, like, shame people for liking things. That's different. I'm talking about just like, simple criticism. No matter how harsh. You know? I watch I Hate Everything, and he is super harsh with his criticism. But that doesn't say anything about the people who like it. You know? Who like or create the things that he's criticizing. There's nothing against them. And besides, most of that's hyperbole anyway. I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, the world is too PC. Like, no. You cannot be a dick to people. But, like, whenever people say, oh, people are too sensitive and get upset at everything, whenever I agree, I mostly talk about that kind of stuff, where it's like, the thing you like is being criticized. There's nothing wrong with something you like being criticized. It's okay. Feels like you're admitting you're wrong. Yeah, that's probably most of it. No one ever likes... I think I feel lucky that I've gotten to a point where I don't care that I'm wrong. You know? I feel like I'm a lucky person to be able to do that. Yeah, I also think The Last Jedi was a fantastic Jedi film, which is starting to become a less and less popular opinion, apparently. But you know what? And I've seen videos, like, all the way through, actually explaining why it's a bad Star Wars movie and all its faults, and I'm like, yeah, you make a good point. I agree. I still love it. You know? I'll, Nightbot's being a little harsh. I'll see about making it less so. Sorry about that. But like, and if you are so easily influenced, then I worry that you don't have a very strong will. If someone being harsh about the thing that you like will affect your enjoyment of that thing, then I would say, this is gonna sound harsh, if you worry that any negative opinions or statements about the thing you like will cause you to enjoy it less, then I would think that it's time for you to grow up. Oh, is that Weiss? Whoa, Weiss is in here. Yeah, hey Weiss, what's up? Something cannot withstand criticism is not worth appraising. Very true, 100% true. You know? And no one should ever take it personally, you know? Me and my friend, the HIJEK crew, we disagree on things all the time about the quality of stuff. Me and Eric get on regular discussions on whether we think, you know, we discuss things about games on a deeper level of like, oh, this game mechanic's dumb, or oh, this game mechanic's smart, or I don't like this, or I like that. Like, whatever, you know? We're still friends at the end of the day, just because we each don't like certain things and certain stuff. And anyone who would, like, use that to judge their friends, you know, well, we're not friends with them. You can be a reasonable human being and just, like, be sincere with how you feel. Just be honest, you know? Hi, Weiss. Hi, Purrs. I've been slacking off, yeah. Yeah. Well, to recap, if anyone didn't see, like, the updates on Twitter and on the YouTube community page, my computer was stuck on a recovery mode loop because apparently Windows was not installed correctly. I don't know. It was just this whole thing, and like for 3 days I couldn't. Oh, excuse me. For 3 days I couldn't really work on anything, and it put me in a really shitty mood. So I just didn't stream Wednesday, and I didn't even put up a poll for today's stream. So that's why I'm drawing instead. But yeah, it's gotten better, and you know, I'm more relaxed now. Blame school? Yeah, school did it. School did it to me. But yeah. And the biggest thing though was like working on that video, because all the files were on this computer for that video. But at this rate, and I have been pacing myself, don't worry, I'm taking care of myself. At the rate that I'm working on this video, it'll be out either the end of this week or next week. The end of this week as in next Saturday, or the Saturday after. Well, maybe not Saturday, but like within 7 days. Something like that. I'm not good at scheduling. Yeah, I know you were joking, but I take everything to heart. I must be hard on myself so that... I said hard on. I must be hard on myself so that I can do better work. homecoming? Oh. I hope you have fun. Got a date? Can't make jokes. I've been told that I take things too seriously sometimes. My banter game is off. So I always worry if I go too far with my banter. You don't really like Breath of the Wild? That's okay. It just makes you a filthy heathen. I'm kidding. It's okay to not like Breath of the Wild. Be good to yourself. I am good to my. Don't worry. I'm taking care of myself. The problem is, I worry about taking too many breaks, because I have been taking breaks, you know? Like, I don't know how many breaks is enough breaks, you know? You have a date? Nice. But yeah, I don't know. I'm especially wary because recently I've caught up. Apparently, a couple of months ago, there was quite the bit of drama and still going on. And I hope you guys don't go into deep discussion about this, but like, just to bring up a thing, and this is drama, so let's kind of keep the discussion on the low amount, but like, recently there's been a lot of drama revolving Yandere dev. Now, I didn't follow Yandere Simulator's development or anything, but apparently, like, I always worry that that's the worst case scenario of me, like, taking too many breaks and not working like I say I am. You know? Basically, for those who don't know, the gist of it is Yandere Dev is not working as hard as he says, and he's taking tons of breaks when he said he wouldn't, and he's not working on the game. And that's pretty much the gist of it. I won't delve into about his behavior towards fans or anything like that. I'm just talking purely about, like, making your work ethic better. And, you know, because streaming is easier on me personally. I'm not saying streaming is easy, because some people do it as a job, and I'm sure it's very difficult on them and very demanding. But for me, streaming is easier than, you know, making videos and stuff. And, you know, like, it's very tempting, especially with donations. It's like, oh man, I could just stream and people donate, and that's great. That's like, no, don't let your greed get the best of you. You know, you gotta stick with your original morals and stuff like that you set out to do, and not compromise, you know, your original intent of making this YouTube channel. And I know things change, but you should, what did I do? Holy shit, what did I do? Oh, I rotated it. Whoops. 10 away from 200 subs? Congratulations, Furs! You deserve it. If you keep drawing and animating... no. I'm gonna reopen this really quick. Whoopsie. Don't know if you're supposed to see that. There we go. Recent. No, it's still turned. Flip. I should really get rid of that hotkey. There we go. Does MS Paint count as a perfect art tool? Yeah, I mean, it's missing a lot of tools that would make things easier, but I'm sure you could make it work. I animated a full music video with MS Paint, so I might share a link with you guys in case you want to see. Although it is a little cringy. I made it when I was like 14, but I'm still proud of it because it was one of my first anime. You can clearly see that the character is like a self-insert, and it's like, oh man, what a nerd, right? It's very, very Big Bang levels of I'm a nerd, look at me and all my nerd stuff. What a nerd, and I get the girl even though I'm a nerd. It's like, yeah. Not like that anymore. Like, it's not like, I like to call it like, I don't have a name for it, but like, you know, when someone's like, they draw attention to the thing as opposed to just making it so. I don't know what I'm saying. Because like, you ever see the kind of writing where it's like, not to get political or anything, but like, actually this isn't political. Strong female characters, right? Whenever you can tell when someone's trying way too hard to write a strong female character, where it's like, she's doing all this stuff, she's so strong despite being a girl. It's like, you didn't really need to draw attention to that. You could just write her the way you would write a dude, but just happens to be a girl, and not have to make it a thing. That's not to say that you can't make movies or writing characters about gender, but like, you know, there are a lot of good stories that deconstruct and delve into that stuff, like with like based on a true story. But like, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, let's say it's a fictional world where presumably equality exists. You know, like when they draw attention to it, and not just for girls either, for guys, where it's like, oh, he's big and strong, but also he's got a heart of gold, and he's also sweet. It's like, you could just be matter of fact about it, you know? I appreciate when writers are very matter of fact. They're just like, yeah, they're just like that. I think there's a Sonic Boom joke about that. The show, which I haven't watched the Sonic Boom show, but it is very self-aware and it's hilarious. Their humor is great. Yeah, when strong female character just means punch, like, yeah, perfect in every way, yeah. Well, that's just a boring character, male or female. When they're like trying way too hard to be badass, male or female. Like Korra is a good example of an actual strong female character who is also strong. Like Korra the Avatar, Korra from Legend of Korra, or Katara. I mean, just everything about those shows was good, so I feel like that's cheating. But even Katara, who is more traditionally very girly, is also a very strong female character. Or her girlfriend, Korra's girlfriend with the lipstick or whatever. Even though she's not much of a fighter, she is also a strong female character. People need to learn that strong doesn't need to mean tough, you know? Strong just means a strongly written character, quality-wise. Aang is a strong character. Sokka is a strong character. Let me think. Who doesn't fight in that show? Because everyone... It's hard to say... It's hard to make my point when everyone in that show fights, you know? Bye, Purrs. Have fun at homecoming. Cabbage Dude. Yeah, Cabbage Dude. No. Cabbage Dude is one note. He's hilarious. April Fool's video idea. A video essay on the depths of Cabbage Dude's character. How he's actually a very deep and complex character. I'm sure I said a lot of things recently that are probably easily going to be taken out of context, or paint me as a bad guy. Or not a bad guy, but just as a dumbass who doesn't know what he's talking about. Which I very well might not know what I'm talking about. I'm just some dude. There's nothing that sets me apart from anybody else. My opinion is stupid. There we go. I covered my ass. There. As long as you accept that you're wrong most of the time, then there's nothing anyone can use against you. I should stop speaking my mind on stream. It's gonna get me in trouble one day. Because sometimes my mind says things that are wrong. And dumb and stupid. And I'm gonna regret. But hey, I feign ignorance. Not active ignorance, just good old-fashioned I just didn't know ignorance. That's just my onion, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everyone's got an onion. That's just my onion. That's just like your onion, dude. I want to congratulate you on your awesome work. I love the Crap Guide series and also the intro and outro with the cat with all the weapons appearing in episode after hook. It's beautiful. Thank you. I worked very hard on drawing all those weapons, and I'm very proud still of that opening. Okay, now just the Wyvern Ignition is left. As Shakespeare once said, hello there. Hello there. General Shakespeare. Oh, I don't think so. Let's see. It's this thing here. That's assuming... I said that thing about taking my opinions out of context. That's assuming anyone even cares about my opinion to take them out of context in the first place. So there, covered my ass a second time. Boom. Don't need to worry about your opinion being taken the wrong way if no one cares about it. Taps forehead. Thoughts on the live-action Monster Hunter movie? I think it's gonna bomb. I think it's gonna be not only do I think it's gonna bomb, I think it's gonna actually be a bad movie. And I don't really care. I don't really care for it based on its premise, and I'll probably not see it. If I do see it, it's probably just to see how awful it actually is. Not in theaters, obviously, so I don't want to support that. But, I mean, whatever. If it comes out, it comes out. It's a shame that wasted potential, but whatever. I wish they hadn't. I understand what they did. I just wish they hadn't. Let's put that there. As Joe Cat should have once said, don't quote me on that. Yeah, I say that all the time, actually. Because I've been wrong so many times that I just assume that there's a regular possibility that I'm going to be wrong when it comes to a lot of things. So whenever I make any statement where it's like, oh, actually, that's that, it's like, but I could be wrong. So make sure to let people know that I could be wrong. Do I get annoyed when people only mention my Crap Guide series over my... well, I mean, yeah, but I don't blame them. Like, I don't get annoyed at them. I'm just kind of, like, a little annoyed. Like, it's not like, oh, you better... I don't wish for people to stop bringing it up, if that's what you're wondering. It's just, I'm not that annoyed about it. It's just kind of whatever, And I think every creator feels that way whenever they make something big and then they worry that that's the only thing. It feels like a crutch that I have to keep relying on it. It's like, yeah, so I'm Joseph. It's like, well, who are you? It's like, oh, I make videos. It's like, all right, and? It's like, oh, I make crap guides. Oh, you're that guy. I don't want to be known purely for that, but that's just kind of the way things are right now. And it's not upsetting because... And why would I be upset at that? Because I'm still known for something, so... What is there to be mad about, At first, at the beginning when they were getting big and I started making other stuff and people only knew me for that, I was like, I was a little annoyed, but like, that's like one of the first world problems of first world problems. Oh no, you're famous for one thing. It's like, whoa, wow, how unfortunate. You're famous for something. And I say famous loosely. I'm famous amongst the Monster Hunter community, which is several layers of niche, but like, it's cool. Like, when I take a step back and think about it, it's freaking cool. It is rad as shit that I am known by Weiss and her audience, and Dark Hero and his audience, and It's Jacob and his audience, and Jin Jinx and their audience, Jin Jinx and Tuna. Freaking, like, whenever people quote my videos on other Monster Hunter stuff, or like reference them, that's rad as shit. I love that. That's awesome. Like, that is something that I would not have dreamed would have happened. Ever. But it did. That's fucking rad. People are going into forums and YouTube videos saying Sword and Shield is best weapon, and I couldn't be happier. It was just meant to be. The Sword and Shield has been underappreciated for too long. It was about time someone recognized its power. But Hunting Horn, yeah. It was either Sword and Shield or Hunting Horn that would have gotten that treatment. But I feel Sword and Shield is more, like, disregarded than Hunting Horn because of the fact that Hunting Horn is ridiculous and memey in and of itself. So people, like... That's not to say it's a bad weapon. It is an awesome weapon. But Sword and Shield, looking at it, admittedly, is a pretty boring weapon conceptually. Like, Hunting Horn's fucking awesome conceptually. It's like a big old loot that you swing around. It's hilarious. If we were to talk about like Monster Hunter's most iconic weapons, it would be first off Greatsword, I guess, just because of the ridiculous size. But if it weren't for Greatsword, it would totally be Hunting Horn. Like, that is the Monster Hunter weapon. How long have I played Monster Hunter? A couple of 100 hours? Yeah, a couple of 100 hours sounds about right. If you're talking about just a world, yeah. Overall, like, throughout the series, I don't know. I'd have to check, which would take effort, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see. It's pipes. There we go. Let's get this close up. I'm very lucky that this is at the right angle. Not gonna do all the details though, I'm just gonna simplify it. One second, I'm gonna eat a cookie. They're Oreo cookies. Double stuff. Any monsters you want to personally have in Monster Hunter World? Oh! Any monsters you would want personally in Monster Hunter? So, like, for real? I would totally want a Lagombi. Lagombi's one of my most favorite monsters, like, just for everything. Like, I like the weapons it gives, I love the armor it gives, I love the design of the monster, I love fighting the monster. If I could have it in world, or better yet, if I could have a real-life Lagombi, I would love it forever. Glaceoth would be great. You get out of my chat right now. Ugh. Nursilla to come to Monster Hunter World? Me too, man. Nursilla is another one that I love the armor and the weapons for. And the fight. Oh, that's not true. I'm not a big fan of the armor, but I don't hate it. Looking like a Gundam is pretty cool. Let's see. Dum-da-dum-da-dum. All right, let me ask chat a question. What is a game or movie or piece of media in general? Just like anything that you like in general that you know is bad and you know nobody likes it, like, but you do. But like not to defend it, not like, oh no, people are wrong, it's actually not that bad. No, but you know that it's bad, right? You know that it's awful. And most people don't like it, but you like it. Like, legitimately, unironically. Not like, oh, it's so bad, it's hilarious. No. Punk rock? No, punk rock's good. Punk rock's awesome. People love punk rock. Rosario plus Vampire? I heard lots of people like it. And it seems like a really funny show. It's hard, right? It's hard to find one. Because, like, odds are someone out there is like, oh, it's underrated. No, I mean, like, 50 First Dates? Is that a bad movie? I don't know. Probably. It's an Adam Sandler movie. Ouch. Shots fired at Adam Sandler. And I like Adam Sandler movies. I just know most of them are pretty terrible. Some weird Harry Potter game. Yeah, they're pretty forgettable, the Harry Potter games. In the later years, actually. I think the earlier ones people actually like. But then they just kind of turned into third-person shooters. Wanders? My playlists on Spotify. Pixel? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's an example. That's what I was looking for. Pixels. Ooh, Pixel's pretty bad. But hey, you like it, so that's fine. This makes you a horrible heretic. No, but I actually saw Pixels, I think, at a friend's house to laugh at it. Oh, but I didn't laugh. Because the jokes were so bad, and like... Oof, that movie. No, it's fine to like it. And I'm sure plenty of people like it. It grossed a lot of money at the box office. But... hell, so many people like it, I might even be wrong about it being a bad movie. Who knows? Who knows? You know, like, just like with the recent Venom movie, like, critics hate it, rightfully so. Like, people who are both fans and critics are like, yeah, they make good points on why they say it's a bad movie, but fans love it, so who's right, you know? Like, if critics say that it's a bad movie, it's probably a bad movie. They're critics. That's their job. But that doesn't mean people can't like it. Or does the fact that people like it mean it's not a bad movie, you know? It's a tough question. You know? And people are like, oh, but don't listen to critics because they don't know what they're talking about. But would you say the same for something else, you know? Would you say the same for Suicide Squad? Well, I think everybody hates Suicide Squad. But like, let's say there was a movie that critics loved, but audiences hated, you know? Actually, I think The Last Jedi is actually a movie that audiences didn't like, but critics liked it. So, like, it's an interesting thing that we have this reverse Last Jedi situation, right? Because Venom, audiences liked, but critics didn't. But then The Last Jedi, critics liked, but the audience didn't, you know? So who do you use to judge whether a movie's good or not, you know? Is it always the audience? Some people would say, yeah, it's only the audience. Fuck critics. They don't know what they're talking about. But then there's always that one movie that everyone's like, oh, everyone who likes it's an idiot. They don't know what they're talking about. I guess it depends how much you're willing to put your opinion above others. Which you really shouldn't, and that's a dick move. It really depends, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say, is there is no tried and true answer, is my whole point to this conversation. And people should stop being extreme about these things. Because it always varies. It always varies. It'll get you very far in life if you just believe that everything varies. It'll make you seem like less of a dickhead. That's how I go about it. That's why I don't seem like a dickhead. Even though I do feel like it sometimes. And some people, even then, some people probably still think I'm a dickhead. Anyway. New saga, just so far, retelling of the first movie. I guess you could say that for the episode 7. 7 is definitely like a retelling / homage of episode 4. But The Last Jedi is like totally its own story, you know? Like, completely. Does not follow the same beats whatsoever. Aside from, if you want to say, like, cause the ending is a low point, then sure. But even then, like, there's not even, like, Kylo's not even, he's not even caring about the dark or light side of the Force anymore. He's just like, fuck it. I'm gonna be my own thing now. Fuck the Force. Fuck the First Order. Fuck the Jedi. I'm gonna be my own thing. Like, Kylo Ren is, because of The Last Jedi, he is my favorite character in Star. He's just so interesting now. Just so interesting to have a character just be like, almost a full 180. Like, he no longer, like, because he completely abandoned his thing in the first movie, where he was all like, oh, I want to follow Darth Vader. You know, he's just a big Darth Vader fan. Which was really cool how they tied in how it's like, oh, he's just a ripoff of Darth Vader. It's like, yes, that's the point. But then, like, in Last Jedi, he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care anymore. I'm not even going to follow Darth Vader. I'm just going to be my own thing. That's really interesting to me. You can't wait for the Monster Hunter movie? I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're excited for it. Did you hear about the mass bad reviews of the new Tomb Raider got because it was a huge sale like 2 weeks after it came out? No. I didn't know there was another Tomb Raider movie, huh? Wow, look at that. Yes, no point. I like 4th Gen. 4th Gen's my favorite. Bye, nav system. Have a good nap. What did you walk in on? 1.5 hours of Joseph complaining about opinions. and how people aren't having opinions right, in his opinion. It's been a non-stop conversation of me and myself that I'm having with myself. It's just super one-sided. Of me just being like, you guys aren't having opinions right. So, just shouting at, I'm just preaching to the choir, first of all. And also just kind of shouting at the wind. This isn't gonna change people to have opinions the way I want them to. And that is what it is. It's me complaining that people aren't having opinions the way I think they should. So, hypocrisy at its finest. Your argument about Luke not being Luke is dumb, like, I believe Luke in the original trilogy didn't. Yeah, like, exactly. Luke did have a character in the original trilogy, but it wasn't that prominent. Like, there was not much to Luke's character in the original trilogy to begin with. And I think the people complaining about him not being overpowered are the super fans that are like, oh, he's not like he is in the books. Which apparently he's like super overpowered in the books. But, and anyone who thinks that last fight with Kylo was dumb is, I would just shut them up. Like, I don't even... Jedi, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't the whole creed of the Jedi is about like using intellect and mind tricks and stuff on people rather than brute force? Right? Isn't that why originally Yoda was not supposed to ever have a lightsaber? Right? That he's this wise old Jedi master who doesn't ever attack anybody, which kind of... I mean, disregarding the prequel trilogy. Isn't it the most rad, cool Jedi thing to have this whole thing that Kylo's fighting an illusion the whole time? That is a cool escalation of Jedi powers, in my opinion. That is rad as hell. And it really enforces the line that Obi-Wan said in the first movie, where he did that Jedi mind trick on the stormtroopers, where he goes, it only works on the simple-minded, right? Well, you can take that one of two ways. Either one, Kylo being so emotionally damaged is just like so simple-minded now that he's just like on a whim and he's unchained and he's all dumb now because he's just like letting his emotions get the better of him. Or two, if Kylo isn't super emotional and he's super like strong emotionally and knows how to keep him under control, then that is the powerful Luke that you were asking for, right? Because he used a Jedi mind trick on a Jedi in training. How rad is that? How awesome is that? There's nothing cool about Kylo Ren? It's fine if you have that opinion. But like, does that not show Luke's power that he was able to trick a Jedi in training that's strong in the dark side? That's a descendant of one of the strongest Force users in the galaxy, right? They said in the movie he's got too much of Vader in him, you know? Which deep down, which is why I think he's gonna be good in the end, because Vader was good in the end. But like, he's got Vader blood in him. I don't know. About the new Star Wars movie in general, maybe The Force Awakens is a bit entertaining, but that's it. It's fine if you believe that. You're upset that they canceled the Boba Fett movie? Yeah, me too. We could actually get like a Boba Fett movie of him doing shit and not just falling into a Sarlacc pit. And the Ewan McGregor movie. Because there's only one person you could cast, and it's Ewan McGregor. But I mean, Solo bombed, so I guess they can't risk the money, which they can because they're Disney. But I guess they gotta make the stockholders happy. Sorry if you guys can hear my desk. It's like, whenever I lean my elbow on it, it just like wobbles. I'm spending a lot of I'm spending a lot of time on this greatsword. Don't lean on my... It's... Alright. Well, it's kind of hard to show, but like, my desk is like this right here. I'm gonna draw it out. So my computer is like here, right? Because I have a laptop. Whoops. And then the desk is like this, right? Like that. And then here's my mouse or whatever. I don't know, I'm looking at butts or something. But like, and then my desk has this pull-out thing, right? And it gives me more room to put stuff on. So that is actually where my mic goes. It's right here. And I have a pop filter that goes like that. You know? And my arm goes like this. You know? And this desk is actually small. It's actually not like that. It's more like this. It's more like this, actually. So, like, there's not really any room for me to put the mic up here, you know, unless I want it to lean over. So, and then my arm is like this, because I'm pressing the hotkeys. And then my other hand is down here, drawing on the tablet, which is on my lap. You know, and then here is where I lean on it, and then that, like, it pushes it down ever so slightly, because it's wobbly. In a bad way, yeah, well. You can immediately tell I have a snowball mic, yeah. But yeah, that's my setup. Why is my laptop a half waffle? I don't know. Because I feel like it. Alright, well, I'm kind of tired of drawing this. I'm going to draw something else now. I'm going to draw one of the other characters. Put that into Jacob folder. Jacob line art. There we go. I'll continue that later. I think I'll draw one more person, and then I'll call the stream, because I'm starting to get a little hungry, and also, I didn't realize, but I was going for almost 2 hours. Good mic for the cost? Hell yeah. Thank you, HIJEK, this artwork's very cool. Alright, let's bring back the wheel. Doo-doo-doo. Let's see, who are we going to draw next? Spin the wheel! Unless it's Jacob. Hero! Problem is, Hero, you didn't send... Wait, did you send me? Hold on, my Discord is muted, so I can't really see. Apologies. Oh, oh yeah, the robe. I see. Okay, hold on, let me read this. Hoodie and a white t-shirt. Okay. Swap longsword for a hunting horn. Okay, well, since you want a different weapon, I'll have to draw you a different pose. Sorry to say, but this pose is, like, made specifically for longsword, and I don't know how it would fit better. You ruined my composition, Hero! Completely ruined it. Destroyed. I'm kidding. But, alright, well, since you want a different weapon, I guess I'll try someone else. Blah. And have this done, like, a month later. Weiss. Alright, let's draw Weiss. Oh god, I gotta draw freaking Tyrannus. Not Tyrannus, whatever it is. The... What's it called? Diablos Charge Blade. Alright, let's baby steps. Let's just start with the body first. Yeah, the Weissfu is out. What's happening to say? Going to looking into pressure charge for mental manipulation. Videos are awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. Draw a sexy eldritch alien. Hold on. Oh wait, hold on. On the back of my monitor, my second monitor, I actually have a a Cthulhu-chan sticker. Oh god. If I could credit the artist, let me see. I can't tell. I can't really read their handwriting, but basically it's just a really cute Cthulhu. And it looks like this. I can't see chat right now because I'm looking at the back of my monitor, but it's just like... it's just like... just a Cthulhu, eyes, and like a bow. Just gross face. And she's wearing a school outfit. It's hilarious. There we go. That's on the back of my monitor. There's your sexy eldritch abomination. Alright, let me get rid of that wheel. Boop. Okay. Cthulhu. Whoa, someone spooked! Ah! $5 from Dark Hero. I'm paying for my subscription in advance for when you move to Twitch. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think next week will probably be the last stream I do on YouTube, because I think I'll apply for affiliate after that. Just I don't know. Because I want emotes. I want real emotes, not these fake-ass Franker Face Z emotes that only some people can see. You know? These ones. I want real emotes. Look at that. I want those emotes to be real, and I don't want to have to wait for their approval. Yeah, sorry, YouTube boys. Yeah, right? Anyone who doesn't have Franker Face Z, it just looks like words. Accepted right away since you're already way above the affiliate requirements. Yeah. What's funny is, I applied way back when, like, no one was watching on Twitch, and I wasn't eligible because, well, actually no, people were watching on Twitch. It's just that I wasn't eligible because I didn't have enough hours streamed, which is a legitimate concern I have, because I don't, if I stream once a week only, then I don't meet the requirements for affiliate, because they require 7 streams in 30 days, which if I stream once a week is only like 4. But of course I could always just fix that by streaming another day, but like occasionally doing Wednesday streams. But hey, it'll mean emotes, right? Emotes and sub-gifts. And I could finally use this donation notification properly. Because it just does that, you know? And I could actually make like a proper notification for it. I don't know what yet, but it'll be something. And I can make badges. Because I love making little icons, you know, making badges, making emotes and stuff like that. Yeah, check out Whimsy Shrimp and their dab. I even read this chat. Yeah, I have YouTube chat as a pop-out next to my Streamlabs. Actually, I need a Weiss reference. Hold on. Hello! Non-stop rapid-fire penetrating action. Yeah, I could just rip something from the from the crap guides. Non-stop rapid-fire penetrating action. Yeah. Let's see, what's a good reference? That one. Because that's the one that she uses. Boop. There we go. That is upside down. Oh yeah, because I saved... Hold on, let me see if I can't fix this. One second. Let me just adjust canvas size, height. Let's do 500. Whoops. Size 500. All right, let's fix this. Okay, and then boop. Is it gonna do it? Nope. Alright, not enough memory for some reason. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna have to fix it some other time. Oh well. Can't quote Joe, he's a hypocrite. Yes, I'm absolutely a hypocrite. Biggest hypocrite you'll ever know. But I at least admit I'm a hypocrite, so that makes me better than other hypocrites. To quote BoJack Horseman. What is... Alright. Sai does not like it when I select stuff, apparently. Excuse me, Sai. You gonna chill out? You guys hearing that? Access violation? I don't know. Alright, stop. Okay. You guys can't see the notification because I'm streaming the window, but... One second. Let me see if I can't fix this. Recent... He said he's an asshole who knows he's an asshole. That makes him better. Yeah, see? Okay. Sai is being uncooperative right now. Yeah, you heard all the notifications. So... Alright, that should have fixed it. Stream stage, there we go. Does it really? No, it doesn't. This stream really makes me feel like Spider-Man. Let's see. You know, I really feel like I'm a wiggler when I draw like this. It really makes me feel like a wiggler. If anybody doesn't know Monster Hunter or like the content creators are gonna look at this and they're gonna be like, oh cool, Monster Hunter. Is that Weiss from Ruby? Just randomly. Why is Weiss from Ruby in there? What kind of OC nonsense? What kind of anime? It's going to be very wiggly. Hold on. It's going to be very wiggly for you. Or Batman. Going back to edit stuff. Good luck, Weiss. Have fun editing. Or not. Editing can be a chore sometimes. Weiss, everybody. Check her out at Weiss Gaming on YouTube. Makes Monster Hunter things, and also some other stuff. Recently, she was streaming Red Dead Redemption. Ruby Season 6 is coming? I saw! And I don't even watch Ruby. I had no idea what the characters were talking about, what they were doing, or why they were doing it. But the animation was nice. I mean, they've definitely improved over the years, which is only natural. I just still can't get over, because I know those voices so well that I just can't stop hearing Lindsay when Ruby talks. But that's a personal problem. Make my own fursona, but a wiggler? Is it really a fursona if it's real? Don't know if you guys know, but I'm actually a wiggler in real life. That animation of me in the most recent, overly edited is live action. Then why cat? Shut up. I'll tell you why cat. Why cat is because I am a shit. God damn it. A cat is because I am a cool cat. That's why. Alright. Hey, Skyrim Creeper, it's Will. Will, I haven't talked to you in so long, your voice must be really deep by now. I'm sorry I haven't talked to you in very long. I've been doing other things. I'm famous now, so I've forgotten about you. That's the real reason we don't hang out. It hasn't changed. No. Hey Trevor, what's up? And I keep saying we'll hang out whenever I'm done with so-and-so project, but then I make a new project, so I'm not really a man of my word, am I? Such is the life of fame. This is the lowest level of fame you could ever be. Because the Wiggler reminds me of cats of snakes, which they are terrified of, and he doesn't want to scare off the other furries, so he pretends to be a cat himself. Yeah, that's why. That's obviously why. Crack the code. This weird half jacket thing. I mean, the Ruby characters are designed really well, but looking at it from like a clothing perspective, what even is this supposed to be? Like, this whole it doesn't even cover, I mean, it covers her arms, sure, but it's so airy. Like, the cold air is just gonna go in there. It's purely for fashion. Do anything for the fashion. Which I respect. Boleros? Is that real? Boleros. Wow, yeah, yeah, I guess. Wow. Huh. It is purely for the aesthetic, right? It's not practical clothing whatsoever. I don't imagine. Yeah, that definitely doesn't look like practical. Okay, it's real. Did I finish the Greatsword Girl? I finished the Hunter themselves, but just not the Greatsword. The Greatsword was kind of getting tiring to draw, so I decided I'm going to draw a different character instead. It's still part of the big portrait, though, but it's just a different character. And I'm just going to draw the character, and then I think I'll call it a stream. We can raid somebody, and somebody good this time, and not like someone who speaks a different language and has very loud notifications. I'll scout them out. Being finished and being done are not the same thing. Absolutely. Truth. Alright, I'm gonna attempt to draw an Animu face. Oh god. Oh god. She has no nose. She's got a Ralph Fiennes nose. Voldemort nose. It's like a... Let's give her... I know how to make her unattractive. First, unibrow. Next, bags on bags on bags. I'm not hating anyone who has a unibrow. There's just, you have to have the look for it. Then bags on bags on bags. Then, mandibles. There we go. Ralph Fiennes nose. There we go. Actually, I just made her more pretty. Look at that. You're welcome, Weiss. Alright, how do I even draw anime face? How does one? I thought you were supposed to draw big eyes, and those eyes are even smaller. These eyes are smaller than these. How do you even... How? Whoops. Let's see. How does one anime? Yeah, the eyes are supposed to... I mean, like, if you're judging... Because eyes... The white of your eyes are supposed to be the eyeball. So, odds are... Her eyes are actually pretty, like... They're, like, pretty reasonable in terms of size. They're still really big. So that would be the actual size of her eyeball, right? Let me look up anime eyes. Anime face. So, like... Someone, like, took... Let's see. Side. Like these. Hold on. Like these faces. Oh, I gotta flip them around because this stupid thing. If you look at the curve of these girls' eyes, Because that's supposed to be their eyeball, right? So if we're to take the curve of these eyes as a reference for how big their eyeball is supposed to be, that curve is very subtle, so their eyeballs are technically this big. That's how big one eye is. That's why they have such big heads. Big foreheads. It's because they have to house all those eyes. That's how big her eyeball is. Lots of carrots. This is her eyeball. And then the nose, let's see. So the nose is there. No nostrils. And then the mouth is to the side, even though the lips are over here. God, when you try and draw anatomically correct anime heads, you just really see this how stylized the anime heads are, and comparing it to real heads, they're just like so weird. I'm not saying they're drawing wrong. Like these artists are not drawing it wrong. They're stylizing correct. But look at that. Look at that. Oof. That's your anime waifus right there. That's their anatomy. It's beautiful, I know. But then you just do that. Whoops. You do that, and then you get rid of the eyeball part. And it looks fine, right? Oh god, that still looks kind of creepy. Look at that. Okay, it's like that. Oh god, that looks weird. Let's get that out of here. Alright. Anyway, back to this. Okay. First, the cheek curved a little bit too much. Let's not give her nostrils. Let's just, anime nose. The biggest difference between Western and Japanese stylizations is Japanese don't really like to draw nostrils. They just kind of leave the nose as is, like that. There are some rare cases of some anime art styles that do give nostrils, but it's rare cases, obviously. Let's see. What's that? She's got a beauty mark, right? Am I wrong? Does she have a beauty mark? No, she's got a scar. Oh, okay. Oh, I never noticed that. Subtle. I thought that was a beauty mark. Why is there ghosts of past drawings? That's just other layers, like those are the sketch layers. See, I'm just using it as a guide. So I sketched it out and then I lower the opacity. See, so that's like full opacity and then I lower it. And I use it as a guide. That's why I like drawing digital so much more than traditional now, is because like with traditional I have to keep erasing the like pencil lines and stuff, and it gets messy. What do I draw on? I draw on a Wacom Intuos. You can find the link in one of the panels in the Twitch panels description below, whatever you call it. Don't forget the real set of badonkers. Weiss doesn't have badonkers. She has reasonable boobs. Reasonable, realistic, proportioned boobs. Not for honor, not for you. AKA the human body is disgusting and everyone seems to like it. Yep. Dude, the human body is gross. Anyone who's taken any biology class knows this. People who haven't taken biology class know this. Just like wake up in the morning and smell yourself. And tell me it's not disgusting. Do I have OCs or characters that I like to draw? Yeah, mostly D&D characters. Which are just OCs with extra steps. Can't quite get the eyes right. Maybe they're too far apart? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe once I finish drawing the hair, it'll look better. Maybe the nose. Yeah, it was the nose. Stupid anime nose. But I want the style to be consistent, you know, like the other drawings. Man, this is funky. Can't wake up and smell yourself if you don't sleep. Were you playing Smash if you ever play Smash? I was big into Smash 4 when that came out because I had a Wii U. And my favorite character was Ganondorf. He's a fucking awful character. Ganondorf is... sorry, that came off really aggressive. But Ganondorf is... And it might be because I play him so much, but he's got so many weaknesses. You know? If anyone says Ganondorf is a bad character, it's true. He is bad. That's not to say you can't wreck face with him. If someone underestimates a good Ganon main, then they're in for a bad time. But if you know Ganon's moves, and just, like, toy with him, there's nothing a Ganondorf can do to you. But he's just so satisfying, though. He is the reason... Ganondorf is the reason why I like playing Smash Brothers, because before Smash 4, whenever I played Brawl or Melee or whatever, I would just kind of be meh, right? The game would just kind of be meh to me. I was just like, whatever, it's not that exciting, I don't know what's going on. But man, when I got Smash 4 for myself, I was still kind of meh, but I was like, it's something for my Wii U. But like, picking up the game and playing Ganondorf, and just wrecking just like, smash attack after... Even his regular attacks are smash attacks, basically. He's just so strong, you know? Just so aggressively... Just feels so good to play. But man, he is an awful character. Warlock, yes! Warlock Punch, I can never land a Warlock Punch. But in the rare case that I do, it's just like, the game's over. Like, that's it. I'm done for... I just don't even need to play anymore. I've peaked. That's it for the day. Like... maybe your eye needs to tilt a little bit. I don't know. But I've also gotten good at Jigglypuff, which is also awful in Smash 4. I don't know, I guess I'm just drawn to bad characters. There are some really good Jigglypuff mains, though. I'm pretty decent at Mario, but then again, who isn't? I'm okay at Lucina. But yeah, I think my three main characters that I usually play are Ganon, followed by Lucina, followed by Jigglypuff. It really makes you feel like Ganondorf. What is even the difference between Lucina and Marth? Marth has a mechanic called the Tipper, where the closer to the very end of his sword you're hit, the more damage he deals and knockback. Whereas Lucina's blade is consistent all across the blade. So she doesn't really have sweet spots. So, like, characters have sweet spots normally, but Marth even more so because of his tipper mechanic. So if you hit someone at the very hilt of his sword, then it won't do a lot of damage or knockback. Which can be good in some cases, right? If you want to juggle people or not want to knock them back and just want to gain percent. But it's just so, like, it's so precise, you know? And Smash Brothers is already such a precise game. Like, it requires so much precision. So, like, the skill gap, like, that for Marth, and, like, what's required to consistently get good hits with Marth, there's just too many factors to take into account. I'd rather just, like... So, he has more potential than Lucina, you know? That's not to say Lucina is worse than Marth. Marth just has a higher potential of being a better character. Not that he is a better character. Even, like, when pros say he is flat out a better character, I disagree, even though I'm not a pro. But he just has the potential to be a better character. Because of the whole tipper mechanic. Yeah, Lucina is easier to play. That's not a bad thing. Doesn't mean she's a worse character. She's just, you know, there's less you need to worry about with Lucina. There are some cases where, you know, Marth would kill where Lucina wouldn't, and vice versa, you know. For Lucina because I suck? Same. Less margin for error, but a lower ceiling in terms of what you can achieve once mastered. Yeah. Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth. Man, chat, you're good at explaining things better than I am. I'm just like blah 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 blah, and then you guys are like, oh, you mean this? I'm like, yeah. Like, you explain it in a more comprehensive way. In before chat gets a bigger ego than I do. What character do I want to see the most? I don't know. Shovel Knight. It's not gonna happen, but if it's, you know, if we're talking like realistically, then Shantae. Shovel Knight's out of the picture because he's an assist trophy, but I did vote for Bayonetta on the ballot. But the three that I would really want is Shovel Knight, Bayonetta, and Shantae. If in a perfect world, I would want all three. Yeah, he's already a trophy, so rest in peace, Shovel Knight, Chance. But it's okay, because he's in Rivals of Aether, so that's pretty neat. Kind of fitting, I guess. The face of indies, one of the faces of indies, I guess. There are plenty of faces of indies. Being in an indie game, fighting game. So, it's neat. You were here at the beginning and now you're back. Hello, welcome back. 2B got announced today for Soul Calibur 6. Neat. I mean, pretty fitting, I would say. Makes sense. Alright, I got a confession. My arm is actually starting to cramp a little bit because of the weird position I gotta take. So I think I might call the stream early. I didn't finish drawing Weiss. Oh well, I'll get back to this some other time. But let's raid somebody. I'm gonna search, do a little searches. Hold on. That's another thing. YouTube can't participate in raids, unfortunately. That's okay. We'll raid enough for all of you. Let's do some browsing, shall we? 1 second, let me just set up. Just get all set up. Raid time. Who do we raid today? Let's see. Let me just make sure that it's capturing the correct monitor. Hello? 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 Sorry, 1 second. Actually, let's roll credits first while I figure this out. Let's roll credits. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the stream. Thanks for watching. Produced by the donators for this stream. Dark Hero, the usual. Dark Hero, Shrimp from Whimsy Shrimp, and Not Shrimp. Usual guys. You guys can check them out at Dark Hero Gaming Channel on YouTube. Thing in the Discord. Yeah, and co-directed by... I don't remember... Oh, are those the mods? I guess those are the mods. I don't remember having that many mods. Oh, no, that's introducing. Yeah, these are new followers and subscribers and such. Hashtag sellout, yep. First time you watch a whole stream? I appreciate you sticking around for the whole stream. Thank you. Now, while that's going, I'm going to browse creative and see who could use the views. And we're gonna stick around. I'm gonna stick around for whoever. Dum-da-dum-da-dum. For at least, like, an hour, like half an hour or so. Count Juku name? Yeah, somebody else suggested that. Let's see. You're gonna hear a few streams. Restaurant, superheroes. Who's they drawn? Drawn stuff. Let's see. Who we raiding today? Well, I guess you guys are just gonna look at a blank screen for now. Sorry about that. Just let's see. Anyone got any suggestions? Oh, I could if you guys want to see let's see, some Factorio, we can raid back TV Badger. Here, we're gonna raid TV Badger because he raided me a while back, so we're gonna raid him back. TVG Badger. Alright, you guys, get ready. Get ready. Get your whimsy dabs. Get your wigglers. And if you don't have either of those emotes, then there's a, I think, Twitch raid. Let's see. Twitch raid, I think, is a thing. I can't find it right now. Twitch raid. No, Twitch raid. Yeah, that's the one. It's a free emote everyone can use. Alright, bye guys, let's go raid!